Okay, so let's start a reading vlog. So I did read more of Daggermouth, and it's ridiculous. It's definitely ridiculous, like over the top type of stuff. But also it's like an easy read or whatever. So I'm just kind of like going through it like, okay, yeah, sure, buddy, whatever. So, if you don't know what that is, it's a dystopian romance. Like, there's like they're in a city that has like rings, and the heart is where the elites or like the rich people live, and the ones that like control everything. And so, our main character has been sent to as an assassin to like do in the executioner, who is like the son of the president. President, what a dude walking around with a gold mask, acting like he's the king of nothing. Anyway, so he his family is the one in charge of everything in this world for now. And the dad is psycho. The guy that's in charge of everything, he's absolutely psycho. He's like rules for thee but not for me type. He makes everybody wear masks except he likes to take his off randomly all the time. Except now it's a big deal. It becomes like a big the mask thing becomes a big stupid deal, and the mask thing in the first place is so stupid to me, but it's like the end of the world for them. Like, you'll be executed if you take off your mask, and the person who saw you without your mask. Like, that sounds real nasty. I'm not gonna lie. Like, these people probably got like a ton of zits and stuff under there. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. It'd be sweaty and disgusting under there. That's my take. But anyways, so everybody's wearing masks all the time, in the heart. But the regular people don't have to. Just it's a rule for the elites, which is really weird. I don't know. But at least that's what it seems like. So anyway, I don't know. It's a weird time, but instead of just like working out like the normal way that you would think it would because she's supposed to be a professional, it doesn't. And they do stupid shit, and then they have to like all of a sudden pretend that they're going to follow some kind of laws. It doesn't make sense. I'm like, this is like, it's the most convoluted shit that I've read in a while. But I'm like, okay, whatever. Alright, let's go. It's still fun, so I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. I'm gonna pretend that this makes sense. But does it? Not really. Not really. And I think the second one's coming out, but like I'm kind of on the fence. We're gonna see how this goes, cause we do this convoluted shit too many times, and I don't know if I'm gonna stick with it. But anyway, so that's where I'm at with that. And then I started Heir of Storms, which this is a YA fantasy, and I'm liking this so far. So in this world, there's people who have like different abilities, kind of like different elemental abilities. And so our main character is born in like the fire kingdom or whatever, basically, and she's supposed to be able to wield fire, but she can't wield fire. Instead, when she was born, she like flooded their continent or whatever, and so people really hate her because um yeah, they were like, you like drowned my family with your storm wielding, and they're not happy about that. So um this girl, like, after that, is she's just like, well, my power doesn't even work anymore. She can like call a drizzle. Like, she doesn't, they never train her on how to use her powers, and it's, they kind of figured like, whatever, nothing's gonna happen, right? Except the way that it works in their world is when there's an eclipse for some reason, that's when they have to change leadership. And so now she's been, it makes her little like tattoo or whatever the hell on their hand glow, and her hand's glowing, and so now they're like, oh shit, we didn't train you. Like, okay, but like, either way, so now she's thinking that she's just gonna like run away and go to like a whole different continent or whatever. Nope, no, she doesn't get to do that because now she has to go through some challenges. It sounds like we're about to go through some like challenges to see if she's gonna go from just like an heir to like being like the queen of the Aquatoria. I think that's what they're calling it. The water ones, the ones that wield the water magics. So yeah, basically, I don't think she's ever. I mean, maybe for like diplomatic reasons or whatever, but basically she's gonna have to start living like, even if she loses, she's basically gonna be stuck with the Aquatoria now. So there goes her, like, they could literally kept her as a shut-in because everyone was so scared of, like, how strong that storm was when she was born, that everybody hates her and stuff, and so they just kind of kept her locked away, and now she went from nothing to, oh, now you have to move to a whole different kingdom that you've never been to. I mean, well, I guess they're all technically the same kingdom. There's, like, an emperor, but it's, like, there's, like, 4 kingdoms or whatever separated by the thing, like, think of, like, Avatar, the earthbenders, the airbenders, yeah, basically. So it's kind of set up like that, except yeah, her ability is to affect the storms, and apparently that's like a really rare ability too. So they're calling her like the last storm wielder or whatever, because the normal ones, I guess they just do like, I don't know, like normal water stuff, making bubbles or whatever. I don't know what exactly they do. I kind of, that part was kind of like not described a lot yet, but they do different stuff, and so she's like more specific. Like the ability that she has is one that like they thought had like died out, and then she was born, and then they're like, oh, so there is one. Also, we hate her. So it's a whole thing, but I'm liking it. I think I'm like 100 pages in now, but yeah, so far I'm like, yeah, no, I like. I feel like her character makes sense for like the shit she's going through, and then like we're gonna see how these trials go, because she hasn't even really like interacted with any of like the other ones, and her family, like her family's, oh, I don't know, the way her family treats her is like weird too, and then her cousin's an asshole. Like there's a whole bunch of shit going on, so it's gonna be interesting to see. And also, what the hell, like the interactions are gonna be with like all the other young ones, because apparently people don't like have the throne until they're dead. Basically, they're like, nope, out with the old, like you get middle age and then they're done. So it's crazy. This is like, it's truly just a young man's game. So I'm very curious to see, because they say that the trials are different every time too. So it's like her grandma couldn't even tell her. She's like, girl, I don't even know, because it's gonna be different. So I'm very curious to see what these trials are gonna be that they're gonna put her through, and like what the hell's gonna happen, because yeah, they didn't teach her shit about her power. So this is going to be an interesting time to see what the hell is going on, because she randomly finds out she can do different shit sometimes. She don't even know. She don't know shit. So, yeah, so that's where that's at, and then we'll just go from there. But yeah, I like it so far. I like that one more than Daggermouth, I would say, so far. Okay, so update for the vlog. I read more of Heir of Storms yesterday. I read like another 100 pages, and it's like interesting to me, the setup. Like the arena where they're doing like the fighting and stuff is definitely magical, because like they can't see that everybody's watching them, but everybody is watching them, and so you can see all this shit that's going down. And the thing though that's weird is like, why are all these dudes up on this girl's butt just because she's, I guess, because her powers are so special or whatever. That's the only thing I can think, because like, I don't know, like I don't know. That part is a little weird, but and I kind of think it might turn into a love triangle type of thing, but we're gonna see, because yeah, this girl is just like trying to find her way. Like she's learning how to use her powers that nobody trained her on, which is bullshit. You know, so far I've gone through like the first trial, which was interesting to see how all of this is set up, and to see like who got cut and stuff like that, because apparently the heirs now, after the first trial, I think like one person got cut from each throne. So even if they completed it, which I don't think they all did, but even if everybody completed it, like somebody still gets cut based on like how they handled it. And so yeah, you can tell how people are handling shit is very different from person to person. Like how she handled it is like, I don't know, more expected, and then like the way other people are handling it are like, whatever, this is blah blah blah. Like I don't know, some of them are kind of psycho. Some of them are showing like their true colors through some of this, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, I think that's the freaking point, to see like how that works. But then I don't know, like I don't understand who's picking this, and there's definitely like a layer of secrecy and kind of shit in the background, like because there's where they're at in the castle, there's like seers, and so they basically are like there to be up in your business, kind of. and you know they're trading in secrets. So I'm waiting for something to be revealed or something to happen, because I feel like there's definitely got to be a subplot with that. Because why would you add all this intrigue of that and then not have that pay off? You know what I mean? Like I'm really hoping that it does, and then that's gonna make this so much more interesting too. I mean, I already like what's going on in the forefront, but there's definitely like another background layer I feel like that's potentially building up in the background, and I'm kind of hyped to see where that's gonna go. So, anyways, I also found out that the second book is out now, and I guess I don't know. I guess I didn't get the Fairy Loot pre-order because I don't have the second one because I wasn't sure. But anyways, yeah. So depending on how this ends, I can probably pick up the second one, like, or at least get in the wait list for the audiobook of the second one or something. So we'll see. But so far so good. So far I'm into this. So yeah, we'll just see where it continues from here. Okay, so let's keep this update quick because it looks like my mic wants to die. So, I finished reading Heir of Storms, and so far this book is like I guess more of a setup book in the end. Like there was stuff happening, sure, but I feel like this ended up kind of setting up more of a longer plot. So we kind of solved one set of things in order for everything to kind of kick off, really. So, you know, for as much as was going on here, it's really only just the beginning, I feel like. So, you know, the second book has a lot of potential, I think, to be like really intense and have like larger world implications, because this one, the background plot that I was hoping was going to pop off did. And so that part was nice. And now that one's becoming like the overall plot. Like there's a lot of other stuff that was definitely going on in the past and in the background that's now coming to the forefront. And I think that's basically the second book that's, I think, out maybe today or like this month. Like it was like on the verge of being out or just came out, something like that. So the sequel is like, you know, definitely going on my list to read soon, I think. But I ended up giving this 3.5, which originally I was thinking it was going to be like a 4. But then there was just a lot of stuff that happened that I was like, oh, that's why that happened. And like, you know, I put the dots together a lot faster because it was just kind of really obvious. But our main character did not put that shit together. You know, I mean, there was plenty of other stuff that it was like, I feel like she could have clicked that. But I don't know. She had to figure it out kind of more the hard way. But she did, you know, and a lot of other stuff happened. Like, I mean, I feel like plenty still happened in this book. I just didn't care for how naive she ended up being made out to be. Like, I mean, yeah, she is because she's been sheltered, but at the same time, I'm just like, but you would still think she'd be able to put, like, the cause and effect together? I thought it was painfully obvious, but apparently for her, she was a little bit too worried about other shit, and she said she, like, didn't want to be involved, which I guess, sure. But yeah, I don't know. She wasn't putting two and two together fast enough for me, and so that's what kind of brought it down a little bit. Because I was like, oh, I kind of hate when we kind of dumb down the MC like for no apparent reason other than making the book longer than it needed to be. Honestly, like I don't know. But anyways, the stuff that happens at the end of this book really got me hooked for the next one though. So I think I'm gonna continue with it. So yeah. I'm not mad at this book, so yeah, 3.5. And I'm going to continue the series. That's the plan. So, other than that, I got approved for an ARC on my Kindle, like an e-ARC, I guess. So I have a ARC of Immortal Rose, which that one has like perfume magic. But it's set during like the Bridgerton times, so it's like, and it's like fey magic, so that's like kind of bad, but not if you're rich, and like there's a whole thing going on, and the beginning was really intense. Like there was a really famous perfumer, I guess, that like everybody wanted that stuff, and it seemed like he got involved with some shady people because, you know, obviously everybody wants the magic to do whatever they want to do with their crap. So it ended up being like a whole thing. That it's like it's turned out to be really messy. I mean, I'm not that far in at all yet, but so far I'm like intrigued. And so the prologue basically was like a flashback, I think, and then now we're following like a lady that knows how to do the perfume too. So I wonder if she's like related to him or what. But like she knows about him, but she also can do the same thing he can do, I guess, with the magical perfume. Like she has the magic. So we're gonna start following her and see where she's going, what she's doing, because technically being able to do that stuff is illegal, I guess, because she's not rich. So it's like very specific. But basically she doesn't want to get like arrested and stuff. So now she's gonna be on the run. She's gonna be on the run, and we're gonna see what happens with her. But so far I'm intrigued and I'm liking it. So we're gonna keep seeing where that goes. But that's where we're at for now. Okay, so I think I'm gonna actually wrap the vlog up here. I know it's kind of chaotic. I've been kind of picking up and starting a bunch of different stuff. So we're the next one I'm gonna try to, you know, make it a little bit more sensical. But next time I think I'm gonna keep going with Immortal Rose, because I do need to read those arcs, which so Dagger Mouse like on pause until I get through some arcs. Basically, like I really need to finish those before, you know, they're out. Y'all need to know what's good. So and then I'm also in the next one, I actually started the Tainted Cup, which is going well, but I'm gonna save this to talk about in the next one, okay? And then I think the third book for this one is coming out this year of this like series, so I think it's gonna finish up. But anyway, so we're gonna keep going with this, or I'll talk about this one in the next one. And then I'm also, which is maybe one a lot more of y'all care about, is Starside. I'm gonna read Starside in the next one. Like I have decided. So we're I'm gonna pick this one up because I'm hyped to read this, and so you know, we're gonna read a new release. So those are the plans for like the next one. Okay, so you know, stick around for that. But yeah, I think in this vlog I just finished Air of Storms, but that's that. I realized I looked it up actually for anybody who's interested. The physical book is out, but the audiobook is not out yet until next month. So I'm gonna wait for the audiobook for that because that's just easier. And I don't think my library's gonna get it. Like, I don't know, my library does not get new releases when they're new. Sometimes they wait like a whole year to get it, if they're gonna get it at all. I don't know. So it's really hit or miss over here. So I'm probably gonna just try to look for the audiobook when that's out, but I think I saw a July 20th release for that. So yeah, it's gonna be a little while for that one in order to keep going with that. But those are the plans, and I'll catch y'all next time.